Hello, everybody. It's me again, and wow, what a change of events we had today. Just wanted to make one real quick note for everybody. A lot of people are saying, "Oh no, Binance was hacked. Everything is going to hell." No, fact of the matter is, Binance was not hacked, at least to the best of everybody's knowledge. This was merely a phishing scheme that had occurred, quite some time ago. There was a big announcement. Binance is opening up registrations. People were going in, creating an account, and everything. But this is so important that whenever you go to any website where there's any privileged information or secure information or important confidential information, whether it be cryptocurrency trading, your local bank, your mortgage, your credit cards, whatever it may be, you have to be diligent. You have to look at that URL that you are logging into. When Binance was down for a period of time and it came back up, there was a whole controversy over, well, why is it us.binance.com? Why isn't it www.binance.com anymore? That's fantastic because that means people are paying attention. But when you've got these URLs that look so real, you have to pay attention because these weren't just spots on your screen. There's little dots under these ends. So when you were actually signing in to Binance.com, you were actually giving this site the keys, whether you had two-factor authentication or not. When you signed in to Binance, or if you signed in to Binance using one of these bad URLs, they were able to immediately turn around and authenticate with your two-factor authentication key. When that happens, then they are able to do anything with your account. So what happened is, yeah, I would say at least 99% of the time, the reports that we're seeing are there were API keys that were created for that user. Of course, these users say, "Oh, I don't even know what a trading bot is. I don't use a trading bot," and that's very possible. And I would say it's probably true for the majority of people. But if you signed in to one of these phishing sites, you gave them their keys. You gave them your two-factor authentication key. They were able to authenticate with that two-factor authentication key into Binance. And the fact that Binance does not require you to enter another two-factor authentication to create an API key means that these people were able to actually create API keys in your account. Whether or not you even know what an API is, how they work, if you know what a bot is, how they work, doesn't matter. They were able to use your two-factor authentication key and your credentials that you entered inside of the phishing site. They were able to create API keys, and they were using those without your knowledge to accumulate information, to accumulate data that they needed in order to cause this massive sell, so a dump on all of your assets, and the massive market buy on the coins inside of Binance. So, how do you prevent yourself from this happening in the future? Well, first off, of course, you need to make sure that when you're authenticating using the actual site, whether it's Binance, Bittrex, KuCoin, whatever it may be. You need to make sure that the URL looks proper, looks correct. This is probably the best one that I've seen as far as a phishing scheme goes, with these little dots under the ends. You have to be very diligent. I'm not even sure how they were able to register this domain name like this, but nonetheless, it was there. And if you were affected, super important for you to go into where your API keys are at. So when you log into your account in Binance, you're able to see your API setting. You're able to go into the API setting. Once you're there, you're able to see whatever API keys are available on your account. And you might see Coinigy test, you might see something that you have already created. But if there's something in there that you do not recognize, delete it. Delete it as fast as you can. You want that to be out of there. That will prevent whoever these attackers are from using your account and making trades on your behalf. So that's what I've got for you today. I will not, am not, and do not recommend doing any technical analysis on Bitcoin right now until the dust settles. There will be a slingshot upward at some point in the future, but while there's all of the instability, any technical analysis that's being undone on Bitcoin is going to be pretty much null and void because At any point in time, there could be massive dumps, and we just really don't know. The market right now is going to be very unstable. If you haven't sold your holdings, I would suggest to just hold what you have. Things will return to normal, but it may take a couple days for that to happen. So be diligent. Check your URLs when you're signing into any website, as you should anyway, and be diligent when it comes to authentication, because these can, as we have recently found out, can move the market in ways that we just can't predict. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you all in Cryptoland.